Namaste. Now today I'm going to take you to the balance of sightseeing of Shanghai, and also we board the flight to Hong Kong. This tour was China and Hong Kong, and later we also had Macau. But unfortunately, the Hong Kong portion, which we had taken the video at that time, it's about 12-13 years back, that we are not able to play. Some crack happened in the CD and we are not able to play. And what we had taken that time in the spool, that's no more in existence now. It's all now memory cards and cameras and everything is changed. No more handycam and the spools are in existence. So I'm sorry we're not able to take it, but we will not disappoint you. Instead, in the next part, instead of giving Hong Kong and its Ocean Park, I would be, we'll try in the next, any other series it works out and we give you as a separate entity. Meanwhile, we will give the acrobatic show further in the next episode. But right now, I'll take you to the balance of sights of Shanghai, the commercial capital of the world of China, and also the commercial, the economy, the superpower of China's main place. Now, in Shanghai, we are, as I told you, we are going to give you the Huangpu River cruise. You can see how beautiful, marvelous, fantastic the sight of the Huangpu River cruise from the top of the Oriental TV tower, as well as when you are in the cruise, how you see the outer world, that is the Bund area, the commercial buildings, the world banks are in this Bund, like many banks, and also the Oriental TV tower in the night, how they put the lights and it is lit beautifully. So it's a sight to behold. As I told you, they just literally copied or made to do better what you see, the Manhattan Fifth Avenue and the Manhattan and the Madison River in New York. So that is what you view here, and it's a real great. Those days, it was easy to get the visa for China than getting the visa for anyway America, you know that. So those who can't see in New York, you can see Shanghai and be happy about it for the time being. Alright, now we also have the sites of the Pudong district area, and we have the People's Park over here, and we have another one most important thing which they have discovered lately, that is the speedest train. They call as a Maglev train, that's magnetic train. When the train moves, it doesn't touch. It's hardly about 50 kilometers or something, but they go in 20 minutes time. It goes from 0 to 235 kilometers and it keeps coming down. By the time it reaches 0, it's again the Shanghai airport. It's from the city of Shanghai to the airport and back. I think it's costing something about 150 yuan or something, and at that time, and whether it's one person or a group, the same price, and that's what it was. And so what we do is the luggages are taken the bus, and the people get down at this particular station in the city, and they board the train, and the bus still comes with the luggage to the Shanghai airport. And when we reach the airport, we get down and go down, pick up the luggage, and straight into the airport building. So this was it, and please watch this. We also have some of the Hong Kong sightseeings in this video, and as you see, Hong Kong, right now Hong Kong is a separate entity, but at that time Hong Kong was part of China, and nevertheless Hong Kong was by and large being controlled by China. You know the recent activity of the students again. The same thing happened in a different way in 1919, as I explained you about the Tiananmen Square. So watch the video and enjoy it. Also share it and put your valuable comments, and please subscribe it. Thank you. The tour with so many people, not alone they won't enjoy. Here the TV tower shining, you see, it's lit beautifully. You can see it's the Oriental TV tower, which you could see shining. You can see the top. It's actually much higher because we are from far, that is why it sees like that. See the color of the sky, and the area is like bluish. That's another fun. Our author is sitting and chatting how he's enjoyed. It's inside the ship. Actually, you should be out and watch the momentum outside, what's happening outside. Okay, some of us are watching through the glass window of the cruise ship, but many others love to enjoy. See how the Bund looks. This is the Hong Kong and Shanghai Bank. Also, you have HSBC Bank over here, many American banks, many Bank of England, Mercantile Bank. Some banks are closed now, but never mind. This is in 2008, that's about 13 years before. So you consider the whole of Bund, the whole of Shanghai from this side, from the cruise, and it's beautifully lit. The government make it a practice that the tourists enjoy it. Let them not go to America, but let them go to China. But what we do, we first go to America, then we go to China. You can see some of the building, the advertisement booths lit beautifully. These are very huge actually, not like what we see in this video. Something very unbelievable, spacious. And the connection, the bridge connecting from one side to the other side. It all in this. Whatever I could capture, I have captured. Must understand, I have to also look after the group. Because now after this, we have to move to our hotel on time. We have left the hotel at 8 o'clock in the morning. So maximum we can take is 12. See, you have the beautiful lit in the Oriental TV tower, the Pearl Tower. You can see the light shows going on in the TV tower. At the particular time, they have a light show, and luckily we had this cruise at that time. So the cruise was at a halt for a while, and we could see this 10,000 lights, what's lights shining. It's a sight to behold. I think more than many tribals I have carried on in our long journeys as a tour leader, a painful experience are there many, but these kind of experience which one has, it's something memorable, and all the other things then gets vanished. Though a person like me on the tour cannot enjoy so much because ours is a duty, we are duty bound, but still we saw it. Let me realize myself, if not this trade, had I not joined, probably I don't think I would be able to see so many countries and so many sites. So this definitely a God-given gift to me, I always think, because watching many things world over is definitely a boon to us in a way, and we should be grateful to God always for that. Here we are now just going to get down from the ship. Our shore is coming. We all are waiting for our turn to open. The ship is just anchored, waiting to open the doors so we could get out and pass to our hotel. Next day morning we have to go to Hong Kong, so all have to pack the luggages, bags. You can see the other nationals of Asia. There are Chinese from other parts of China, because China itself is a huge population, love traveling, because as they made money, the economy is booming, they started traveling a lot. Here we are at the next level of our tour. We have a very peculiar thing. This is called speed train. It's like a Ural at that time. At that time, the speed train didn't come. This was, we are going to the airport, Shanghai airport. So from one particular point of the city to the airport, this speed trains are there. It's a bullet train, we call it. We had a particular name for that, Maglev train. Yes, Maglev train. This is taking about 20 minutes to the airport. So the bus comes with our luggage and it drops us over here. At that time it was costing, I think, 150 yuan because it was expensive. At that time, because the speedo train did not come, this is the first one they tried. It goes at the speed of 235 kilometers per hour because it shows in the screen. So there are some of us already have the handycam in taking, but I am having the handycam because I wanted to make the video and give it to people in the 2-hour DVD. And all are happy with the China tour. They're very happy. Only thing is they were not very happy, so they thought China is all cheap, cheap, cheap. It is not that cheap in the tour. Because in the tour, they're getting what the locals are buying, or otherwise, only when you buy in bulk certain items which are not for reliability and security, those things are cheaper. That only comes to us imported. So when you are buying things locally, which the locals buy, these are good items, these are not that cheap. Because for everything there is a rule, there's a principle. You pay for it, you get it reliable. Then if you don't pay for it, it is not reliable, correct? So we have to decide what you want. It's a station now. With the train has come, we are all just boarding. It only stops for about 2 minutes. The beginning and the end, there is no in between. It takes about 20 minutes to reach. So the bus with our luggage, we cannot take the luggage here. Only small little backpack kind of. And here also see a lot of tourists, including Arabs and all. Very little Arabs those days. It's only after 2012 the Arabs started traveling to these areas. See, now we are boarding the train. It stops for about 2 minutes and it ends at the airport. It's only between the city and the airport. It's only in Shanghai. It's not in Beijing. Now this train, they have then recreated for traveling between Beijing and Shanghai and also to many places. It's like a Eurostar train. They're happily sitting now, relaxed. They're going from China, number 1, going to Hong Kong, number 2. Number 3, they are experimenting the Maglev speed. It's called as magnetic also, Maglev magnetic train. Because it's supposed to be the wheel doesn't touch the rail. That speed it touches, but the speed shows it doesn't touch. So it's a magnetic train, they call it. It's electric train. The compartments all together. It's not so big. I think it has something about 5 compartments or something, and started now. Now slowly starts, then 2, and it goes from 0 to 235. Then it starts dropping down to 0. So that's the time it reaches correctly at the airport, Shanghai International Airport. There are 2 airports in Shanghai, in Beijing also. So ours is international flight to Hong Kong, so we are into Shanghai International Airport because there is immigration customs required both the sides, in Shanghai as well as in Hong Kong. So this is the entry between the compartments of the Maglev, that's magnetic train. People are taking the photographs. Actually, when the train attendant hardly comes, it's all group tickets, and if they come, they don't allow us standing. And you would see here in the other train which we came from Beijing to Shanghai, the attendant that we call the TC or the guard, these people are the one who clean the toilet. Do you know? They clean the toilet, they control the group, they check the tickets. Now we are getting down now. It's time. See? Hardly any time. 20 minutes we relax, and since we have no luggage, we can't take the luggage inside. We're just getting out. Now we'll be just walking. This is the airport building. We just walk across the building. But before that, we have to go down, and very few people, locals, they take a single person. The group cannot take luggage. We have to get down. See here, our bus. You can see the sky passage to the flight. We have to get down, come, take our luggage, which the bus has dropped, and bus is waiting. And one guide is with the driver is with the luggage because it shouldn't get misplaced and lost. And I had taken the group to this place, and I also had one guide coming along with me. Nowadays, the guide doesn't come along with us in the Maglev train. Only we, the tour leaders, take it. This flight of Asiana. I think we had taken the flight of Dragon Airlines from Shanghai to Hong Kong. That was the next travel. We also had, we also have in the tour Macau. Actually, that time, Hong Kong was another country, Macau was another country, not part of China. It is later the Hong Kong and the Macau and all became together. Though Macau is still a little republican type. Now we are into Hong Kong. The new guide has come in Hong Kong. There's another guide also, little one. So we are moving into Hong Kong, in Hong Kong. It's just they're explaining something on the way. You can see the Mandarin language. So I told you language in China is Mandarin. The currency is yuan. It's approximately 11 rupees then. Now it is also something like that. This is 8 rupees also in between. And 2.5 hours difference between China and India. That's ahead of us. That's if it is 10 o'clock in the morning in India, it is 12:30 in China. Because we get the spectacular rays of the sun from the east, then it comes to west. So we are behind China. We hope we are not behind China for economic and other strength. And this is Hong Kong. Hong Kong has many skyscrapers. It doesn't have earthquakes. It doesn't have floods, because many countries are, the obstacles for any natural calamity to take place in Hong Kong. It does not, because the many small islands are guarding Hong Kong from any of the uneventful matters. So God-gifted country. That is why China wanted the Hong Kong back to China, although it was ruled by British. It was a Commonwealth country, independent, and many Asians were living in Hong Kong. Hong Kong is a beautiful place for the sightseeing. Hong Kong skyline is very famous. The world's most dramatic city skylines, they call it. And Star Ferry, I understand, I really wonder that how the ferries are going up and down, because as if it's going to collide with another one, but never had such an experience. The ferries are many, and they also have many dinner cruise by many companies, and have dinner and spectacular lightings on the shore. That's really something very, very Symphony of Light show, it called it. The 360-degree spectacle of laser beams striking the skyscrapers on either side of the harbor. It's something of most beautiful attractions and very popular things to see in Hong Kong. And you have in Hong Kong Disneyland. That's exactly what we have, Disneyland in Los Angeles. And we have Ripples Bay and the beaches. We have Temple Street and Night Market. We have the Disneyland, as I told you, and the Ocean Park. At that time, that was one of the only ocean park we had in Asia, which have a huge dolphins play at a time, 6 to 8 of them. At a time they jump in the dolphin show. So, and then many marine creatures and many shows, something really great to say. And we also had great shopping. We also have the avenues, which we have Asians and other nationalities living together, Chinese also. And when you talk about the Temple Street and Night Market, it starts about 9 o'clock at night. It goes on till morning at 6 o'clock. And when we talk about the Hong Kong Disneyland Ocean Park, as I told you, it's something, it's a grand aquarium, and one has to really see through. You must stay for about 7 days in Hong Kong to experience all those things. And we have this Victoria Peak, which is also another most important site. You have you can ride the tram to the peak, to the top of the scenic viewpoint to see the skyscrapers, bustling city, harbour, surrounding islands. The tram station is located near the entrance to Hong Kong Park by the Murray Building. At the top of the tram are the Peak Tower and Peak Galleria. And you also have this Ripples Bay completely, it is never washed out. You have a peculiarity which you feel. There is a temple, the Chinese temple. You say the longevity temple and kind of.